if you want to make business and make profit, then you have to go out of your comfort zone. It's to have a good partner. It's really start the base to have a partner who like you guys see the same way, you support each other, because that's going to be the base, like how you can process in your entrepreneur journey and motherhood. And be a mother, for me, it's like the toughest job ever. Like I don't think like, yeah, it's really the toughest job ever. And but it's also like, so beautiful. So
Hi everyone, I'm Camilo Torres, and welcome again to Flow Community Podcast. In here, we're going to have great conversation with the beautiful people that has joined our community. We're going to have a lot of inspiration from their life passions, creations, work, because we believe that when you share your unique story, you can inspire others. So please enjoy this new episode. And also, I would love to invite you to join our community. And if you would like to be part of this podcast, please go to flowwithcommunity.com. Thank you. So please welcome Maria Winters. Hi, Maria.
hi, how are you?
Good, good. First of all, thank you so much for being part of Flow Community, and thank you for joining this podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm so
No,
happy to
no,
be
no,
here.
it's a pleasure, and I love that. Anyway, you are in Los Angeles, here in London, and I love that the community is growing worldwide. So it's wonderful.
Nice, yeah. Is like thanks Lord for this podcast situation where we can
Yes,
all connect wherever we are.
agreed,
It's really
agreed.
awesome. Yeah.
And yeah, and I mean, we talked before a little bit, and I am very amazed of all your entrepreneur journey. I think you have done a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I would love to hear from you. How is that journey with you being? Yeah.
An entrepreneur. Uh it's pretty heavy. It's heavy, but it also is a fun ride. It's like I'm enjoying it because I'm an entrepreneur. That's mean I'm in control. You know, um, I can do my own schedule. I go with the flow as I go. I make what I make, and I do what I do, and I progress the wherever I progress. And so far, where I am, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where I'm supposed to be in this lifetime. So I learned to accept that, like being an entrepreneur for like 9 years. I learned to accept that, like, like I made those decisions. That's why I'm here where I am now.
Right.
So yeah, it's been pretty, yeah, intense and amazing and fun. It's all the I say that it's different flows. Like, as we're talking about flow, it's different flow because I have three different business, and I love all of them. And if it was up to me, I would have maybe five or six because I'm just that person who love life in general. you know, I
So
see beauty in so many things, like, and I'm the Scorpion. So I always tend to like, oh, I should do this with that, and I should go there. And it got overwhelmed, and I had to like tell myself, okay, hold on, you're just one person. Just pick like, like at least even three business, it's a lot. And I feel like, maybe later on in the future, I might have to give up one or two to someone else to take care of it, and me closing my eyes and my ear and just trusting that person, and just pick one that I really want to hold on myself and be in charge. But for now, it's three business. Yeah, three business, three different business.
wow, and I feel like wow, and that's impressive. I mean, lately my life as well has changed, and I have done like several projects, and I think this, I mean, this word is telling you, oh no, just do one thing, and you can do more than one thing. But then when you're, I mean, I think if you're open to do several things and try several things, it's more special because then you try it, and maybe
Mhm.
everything will work out.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that's
yeah,
so nice. And may I ask, what type of projects, like
yeah.
businesses?
So I'm gonna start with the oldest one to the current one. And so the old one, fashion designer. So I've been designing since I was 15 back in Finland, Helsinki, where I was living, where I grew up. I was designing using African fabric, but in that time when I was designing, which is like about, wait, I'm 40, 15, so I'm 20, 25 years ago when I was designing, I wanted to use African fabric, and then it was really hard to get it where I was in Helsinki.
Yeah.
But the small I was getting, the small fabric I was getting, wherever I was getting it, I was trying to make the most of it. So moving forward, I went to London to fashion school for like, just short courses because I couldn't afford to have the full term. It was too expensive.
Mhm.
And so then I moved to LA when I got married. And actually, I didn't know if I'm going to continue to design. Like I just moved to a new place, America, which is different than Europe. So I'm trying to figure out what is this new place. But anyway, just the fact to be in America, it actually pushed me really to actually stay close to my culture, which was my clothes, because my design was based with African fabric, the heritage of like African prints, taking me back to home. Like my mom gave me a fabric I still have today. I think she had it for like 20 years, and it's really like, you can see the color is always like almost gone, but it's a fabric I hold tight because I was cleaning the house with, I was holding my baby sister in the back with, I was holding my daughter with the same fabric. So anyway, I've been designing now for 9 years in LA, with a lot of challenges because moving to a new place and same time having a newborn, it's a lot on one person. So I felt like my business never went the way I wanted to like, to have a business, to run a business. But it was no bothering me much because I choose to be married to my soulmate and I choose to be a mother. And I know already like, marriage and having baby, it was my number one. So it was fine to not really killing it in my designing game, like because you can design, but you have to make a business, which is two different things. And that's one thing I was to figure out also, like, okay, I have this beautiful product. I make this beautiful product. Everywhere I go, people always ask about it, but now how to make a business, that was another story. So I designed, and then after a few years passed, being in LA once again, I just tried to really keep close to my culture. I don't know. America really made me like, hold on, I need to be really close to my culture because if I don't, I will end up like my husband. I will end up like people around me. Because when I see my husband,
Okay.
he's half Swedish, he's 25% Switzerland and 25% Canadian, but he never claimed us. Like, he's just full American. Mom and dad was born here,
Right.
like nothing wrong with that, but I'm just used like, okay, I live in France, I live in Finland, but I was born in Congo. So when people asking where you're from, I need to say those three things, which is a long sentence, but for me, I cannot just say, oh, I'm French or I'm Finnish. No, like it's just hard for me to say that. I always have to say, well, I was born in Congo, raised in France and Finland, and I'm American. Now I love to embrace all that, but I need to say it loud. For me, I cannot claim one. So anyway, so it really
Of
made
course.
me, America really made me feel like, okay, I need to hold on. So I was taught to cook African food at home, which, if you see me my old life in Finland, my mom was like, she was like, you cooking African food? I said, yes, I'm cooking African food. I'm learning on the way. So I started to cook African food moving to LA because also my husband loved African food. He always say he's more African than me, and I need to impress him, right? So I
Nice.
cook African food, and we love to host people. So we always have friends over most of the weekend. And I have this hot sauce called Pili Pili de Congo. That's, we use it in Congo. It's a hot sauce based with habanero, and we eat it like, just in every household in Congo have it, like, it's just a thing, like we don't even pay attention anymore. It's like you have it, and I never actually liked it myself, but once again, I'm trying to impress my husband moving to LA, so I'm trying to start to do that hot sauce with the ingredients and the recipe that we used to do back home, but I tweak it a little bit in my own way, like So my friend, we eat it. My husband cannot be without. Literally, if we have like tiny lefts, like, hey, can we make more ready? So it's something we have all the time. And so my friend was like, what is this? What is this sauce? What is? And once again, I don't care much because it's something I grew up with. You know, sometimes when you have something you grew up with, you don't even pay attention. Like, this is precious. You
Yeah.
just find that it's precious after when you don't have it anymore. Then you know, oh my gosh, this is precious. So people will ask about it, and then my husband's like, babe, you have to like think about business with this because this is tiny, but this is so precious. This is like caviar, or this is like a wasabi of
Ah, okay.
So then I'm like, hold on. Once again, I have a beautiful product, but I'm not really a business savvy person, you know, like. So
Mhm.
then I started to like, then I started to do the business of a hot sauce. I started to learn like people love hot sauce. They have hot sauce festival. I'm like, what? So I'm like, I learned so much, you know. So once again, I have this hot sauce and I'm trying to do like, you know, a few contract here and there, like, you know, to try to give to shop, but it's a whole game. You have to have the packaging right. You have to have the paperwork right. It's just like I say, you have the product, but the
Like,
business part is not what people think. You know, you cannot just take a product. I mean, I'll sell to my friends, but it's not enough. You know, if you want to make business and make profit, then you know, you have to go out of your comfort zone. So I have that hot sauce now. It's called Pili Pili de Congo, which is amazing. And I love that one. And then third business, it's traveling agents. So I'm an independent travel agent. What I mean, I work with a group. We are about 108,000 active agents around the world, like UK, USA, few country, Panama, Mexico, but I don't think we open yet in France, stuff like that. We're about to open, but anyway, because you know you have to have your tax things intact, your paperwork, stuff like that to join. The reason why I joined travel agents like words is because well, I travel a lot myself with my family. We at least 4 times a year do a big vacation. And trust me, you know, like we travel like in the business class, 5-star hotel, eating, activity for the kids. And now we have 3 kids. Like, you know, you can tell the bill is like even more higher. So I'm like, woo! And we're expecting the fourth one. And I told my husband, we need to stop because our lifestyle, like you cannot afford like this lifestyle and having 6 kids. So like, you know, then we won't be able to like travel business class and do all those vacations. It's going to be down to 2 vacations a year. Anyway, so I found this opportunity online that like you can save, you know, while you travel, you can save your own lifestyle, whatever you're doing now, you can actually save with. And people don't know because when you don't know, you just don't know, you know. And
yeah.
so I sign up because I want to save for my own traveling and having more like, you know, VIP treatments because of the status of independent travel agent. Because when you sign up, you get a IAT number, which means like you are like legit, you know, travel agents. Like so, when you go to a hotel, you tell them, "Hey, I'm a travel agent. Here my code. What you can do for me?" From hotel, most of the time, 90% they're either like early checkout, so early check-in, late checkouts, free breakfast, you know, upgrades, so whatever the hotel can give you though, like, or you go to spa or like, you know, activities, just so many things like, you know, you can get from that. And so even when you book a flight, you can actually get the commission back to yourself because just, you know, so whatever you do,
I
like, you know,
see.
when you're flying, someone else get the commission. You don't know, you don't see it. Or you can do group trip where you like put together a trip because like, you know, maybe 20 girl going to like, you know, a 30th birthday. You put together, you know, hotel, blah, 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 and you charge a certain fee that is your fee because you're going to work like at least 7 hours on that project, at least. And so you charge something, but once again, they won't see that because that's not something the clients see. You know, it's just in that price. It's mixed. It's the calculation and math. So I love that business also because I can do it anywhere I will be. Because once again, we want to move out from LA in the next 3 years, if God will. We want to move away because we will just give something else to our kids. You know, I don't want my kids to be born in LA, raised in LA, just stay here. So so we're gonna move, and we know that. So once we move, I know my husband business won't be able to move. You know, he can do anywhere, but he won't be able to take his company, all his clients, to move wherever we're gonna move. So for me, that's why it's important to keep that third business like close to me, work on it, because there's three category on that business. It's like either you just save and you find with saving, or you save and then start to like make your own team, or you save, make team, and then do group trip. So you can do all those three options in that one package, and you can do anywhere I'm gonna be though. Like, so that's why I want to hold on tight, and it's a new thing for me. It's like under a year, and so I want slowly to work on that as much as I can, build my own thing, build my own team, build my own website, build my agency, like just slowly. So when we move, we have something, at least I start, that's something where we can, get our incomes. So that's my three business. So like
Wow.
fashion design, yeah, and hot sauce, and then traveling.
Oh, I love it. I mean, the first two, I think you're relating with your life, and I
Yeah,
like it because it's something personal to you, all of them.
yeah,
But then the first one, like fashion and the hot sauce, which are very tied with your identity and with your
identity, yeah.
culture.
Hmm.
And then I loved when you said about like you moved to US and then maybe US make you realize, hey, no, I need to make sure my identity as a person, like where I'm from,
Hmm.
where I grew up, gets translate to what
Yeah,
I do. It's important. I feel like, for my personal life, I'm been here in the UK for 14 years now. I'm Colombian, raised in Colombian, but my life circumstances make me a little bit forget about my identity as a Colombian.
hmm, hmm.
And now, well, now weird enough, I live in a neighborhood around Colombian restaurants and Colombian people. And I love
Hmm.
it. I'm like you, like, oh my God, this is like a caviar, like anyways,
Yeah,
empanadas or something. And makes you realize that, hey, where we from, our culture, where our parents are from, because sometimes, like you said, uh you might born in France, but then your parents
yeah.
from Congo. Um,
Hmm.
so that also your parents influence you who you are.
Hmm.
Wow, that's nice. And I would love to try your salsa. Is it in Europe?
We don't ship in Europe yet. I have few clients ask. The reason is because it's all natural, so I don't put any products to save it longer when it's outside, when it's too hot. So we're not yet. So I'm trying to figure out, should I put less water or more olive oil or salt to keep it. Honestly, to the truth, it will last if I send it to Europe though. Like it will last. It's just the past fee. I mean the mail fee. It's kind of high because it's from America to Europe.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we try to figure it out. So like, because clients, they're like, I have few clients ask, and it's like the jar is more cheaper than the whole like mail fee, like, to mail it to, like, let's say it was Austria, the last one who asked. So I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm hoping soon, because
Next time,
that'd be good if it,
yeah, next time I go
yeah,
to LA, I will try then.
yeah, please, yeah, please. I mean, like, it's honestly, I don't know. I didn't like it before, but because I know I didn't like, but I didn't have it in my, I grew up with it on the table. Adult was eating it, but I never care about it though. But now it's like I can't even be without. And being pregnant, being like the first 3 months, being nauseous and sick, that pili pili really helped me. Like it's like it would take away like all the nausea. It's like something like even when I go to restaurants, like, oh, I miss that pili pili. Like we should have the pili pili here. So it's really something. It's funny. Like I'm like, wow, look at me. Like who knew? But yeah. But
Wow.
yeah, I hope we can be open to international shipping soon.
Nice.
Something to work on that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, congratulations with all your ventures. Like, anyway,
Thank
I'd
you.
love to later you will share, well, you can share where we can find your fashion line, yourselves, and also your travel agency. But with
Yeah.
all those that journey, and then congratulations about your new kid.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you how it's been the journey of your motherhood, having those three businesses, because like I have one of my best friends, she's a mom and everything. Anyway, everybody's different, right? I would
Yeah,
love to know like your journey in that stage of your life with
yeah. As
the entrepreneur journey.
entrepreneur and to be a mother. Honestly, first I want to say like, it's to have a good partner. It's really start the base to have a partner who like you guys see the same way, you support each other because that's going to be the base, like, how you can process in your entrepreneur journey and motherhood. Um, Motherhood is like I think something I always loved because when I was young, even with friends, like I was, I think maybe 10-year old, I was taking care of my cousin, all my cousin, like clean the house because my auntie was always traveling for business. So I was really like a little mama, like really young age. So I think I had that one in me already. Like, I always love to cook, clean the house, take the kid to school, go to myself to school, like, be worried, like, when school is done, I have to run to go get my cousin from school. So I had that always. And so then I was just trying to be a mom. You never know what's kind of mom you're going to be until you're a mother, actually. And I'm actually amazed to myself, like, like not to be too much over my head, but like I said, oh, I'm a pretty good mom. Like, wow, like who knew? Like, I'm a pretty good mom. So I homeschool my kids. My first is 9, 7, 3, and expecting this one. I'm like 17 weeks. If we're not living in LA, if we're living somewhere like really, far away but still beautiful, it's hard because we want the city, but sometimes we want the countryside life, and it's kind of hard to get that where we are. But if we're living far, I think we'll have more kids. Like, my husband is already campaigning for like more kids. I was like, no, if we're in LA here, we're gonna be good with 4. But I homeschool my kids once again. Why? Because
Wow.
when you don't know what's kind of mother you're gonna be, and then, so when you have your beautiful baby, firstborn, you see how around you, how the words goes, how things go. Then you get more protective, and you get like, oh, hold on, how I'm gonna do this thing. I'm not gonna be the mother who gonna give birth and leave my child to like daycare and go to work. That's not gonna be me. Especially in America, they have, I think, only 2 weeks of like leaving mother leave. Like, when you have a baby, like, you have only 2 weeks and you have
Yeah.
to go back to work. And for me, it was insane because coming from Finland, where you have 2 to 3 years to stay, I was like, what? That one, I was shocked. I was like, no way. And I told my husband, I'm staying home, which he was really fine with. He's like, I said, you stay home, I'll take care of everything. I say, if we cannot do that, because it's not for everyone. Not everyone can, like, one stay home, one go to work and support the whole family. Some people has to, both of them have to go to work. But I was like myself, if we have to do that, we go back to Finland. Like I still have my apartment, I have a job, like, like, but I'm not gonna be like, going to like, having a baby and then have to go to work. So I was really against that. And my husband, he's the one is American, but he's not American. So it's like all like, yes. So, we so for us it was important to like have our own business, uh do our own thing, living our own word, which mean like I'm not gonna say everything, but we just want to do the kind of opposite what America teach you, like the society tell you, oh, you have to be that, you have to go there. We will like the opposite, like we want to do our own thing, and then be able to like, just go as we want to go. So I had all my babies in the birth center, which means more private. It's all natural because your body is meant to like give birth naturally and have pain. I don't want to go to the hospital thing because it's another story in America with hospital. So just to start that way, to like move to America and having your own lifestyle, like what, like your own like words where like, you do your thing. That's kind of made me the mother I think I am today. Like I'm so used to like, just like, yeah, we homeschool. Vacation is this week here, but we're not in vacation. We're still homeschooling because in 2 weeks the kids will take vacation to go snowboarding. So I will love that lifestyle. I think like, well, I'm sure people will have to love to have that lifestyle too. Like, not everyone can have that, and I'm not uh, throwing any shade here. Um, but it's homeschool. I mean, it's not easy. People will think like, oh yeah, I'm still doing my own thing, but I have to keep going in order I can survive. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, I get my pay every like 15 of every month. Whatever I do. No, it's like if I don't work, if I don't do certain things, if I don't wake up on time for my kids and all that and be tough with like schedule, my kids won't learn what they're supposed to learn. They'll be behind. If my husband don't wake up at 5:30, go work out so he's not a chubby daddy when he's 50-year-old, you know, and and he doesn't like go to do his meetings and all that. Well, we're not gonna have any food on the table. So yes, you are free, but you're not really free, So
I
so
agree.
yeah. So honestly, I feel like, I was telling myself like, because I wanted to like invest and put my investment like money somewhere, like thinking where I should do that. And I was like, hold on, but I'm actually investing to on my kids, like those three kids, like, everything we do with them, like they speak four language, they read fluently three language. They're so advanced, they do so many things, is because they are an investment. Like, not that they can give us something back one day, not expecting anything, but so we can see them shine one day, like, say, okay, at least out of 100%, they're
Mhm.
good for good 70%. I hope they'll be 95 at least, but they're good for 70%, So they are my investment. That's why like I have to put more time on them than my business. And that's what I've been doing for all this year. And that's why my business is where it is. It's not where I want it to be, but it's where it is because I'm putting my energy, my time, my mind, everything to my kids.
Right.
And
Right.
yeah, and that's the juggle to be a mother and want to have a business same time, so yeah.
I
I don't know
feel,
if I answer, yeah, I don't know if I answer the
yeah.
question.
No, thank you so much for sharing. And that's super special. I feel like, I mean, what you share is what I understood as well is you took advantage of your entrepreneur journey to
Mhm.
also being a mom. And I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of like, wow. And then I applaud you and you're incredible because that's the key and that you want to be a really good mom. Then
Mhm.
you knowing that you're an entrepreneur and you have your business, well, you took that as an advantage and being a perfect mom. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Because
Thank you.
not many people can do that.
Thank you. And as I say, it's really the base to have a good partner, because
Correct.
my husband is so supporting. It's like, yes, you do whatever if you want to be home and not do anything and just be with the kid, because being with the kid is it's already work. It's so much work that even like to leave your house, go to your car, listen to your music, go to your work, do your thing, go lunch with friend, come back to work and come back home, then be all day since you wake up until nights. Like it's like my husband, he come from work, he's done with work from the office, but my work is not done. Still have to feed the kids, still have to cook, still have to clean the kitchen, still have to put them to bed. So it's never stop. So honestly, I'd be working before to be married. I was working hard, and be a mother for me, it's like the toughest job ever. Like I don't even think like, yeah, it's really the toughest job ever. And but it's also like, so beautiful. So, it really like I said that it really balance out, how tough it is. And you don't really, you forget quickly and you have a second one, the third one, and the fourth.
Nice. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing that.
yeah, no, of
And
course.
right. And okay, so just well, a little bit, where can we find all your projects and like what is the name of your fashion line and yeah, please tell us
Yeah.
your current
So
project and where can
So, starting with the Pili Pili, the hot sauce. So I have an Instagram and a website called Pili Pili de Congo
Mhm.
dot com. Pili Pili de Congo. So really basic Pili Pili de Congo. So that one, it's online. And then I have Instagram, and then there's a shop, there's a restaurant like opening called Flavor from Afara. The concept is really amazing because every month they change country, mostly based like, Africa, Middle Eastern, like they change countries, so they have a different chef every month. And so I'll be featuring there June, and so it's the whole month of June this year is going to be all Congolese food, and that's why I won't have the pili pili also, like, display. So that's one. The second, for my fashion, well, which was tricky. That's why I didn't want to say in the beginning. It's tricky because I had a good Instagram for years, and someone look at the Instagram and say, "Oh, this is so beautiful. Let me scam her."
Oh no.
So yes, so someone took my Instagram, and I was kind of like dumb because I gave it away without knowing I'm giving away to a scammer. So that person got it and he literally texted me the next day, say, "Hey, I have your Instagram. You have to pay me money to give it back and all that." But no, it's not gonna happen. So I was so disgusted. I was like, "No, you can't keep it." They're like, doesn't mean because you take that one, my business is away. But yes, it does. It was the base of my business because like set up all the shop and all that. But anyway, so that business is not anymore. So I still have a website. So it's called Lure LUR.LA, Lure LUR.LA, and Lure mean Lumumba Revolution. And Lumumba, for the person who know a little bit of politics, is Patrice Lumumba, a big revolutionary for Congolese who gave us freedom. He's pretty powerful. So if you want to Google him, Patrice Lumumba. So that's kind of what my brand represents. It represents his spirit, his consistent fighting for the people of Congo, and got killed before even victory, but because of him, we got the freedom. So that one, I just have the website, and I'm trying. So now I have fashionista traveler mom, which is based off like me being a fashionista, which some I model my clothes myself, and then also be a traveler, which I love. And so I show places around the world where I be, or repost like picture of interior designer because I love that. And then be a mom, so I post some stuff, with me and the kids, or me like with my family. So that's all I have for now. I do some projects, but that project like is not out there. I mean, it's for friends. Like I have a production girl who do something on TV. She asked me to do a pants for her, so I do stuff like that, like special order, let's say, which I love a lot because, as I say, running a business, a brand is not for the weak. As they say, it's really tough. So I do love to have that VIP like treatment with friend or client where it's just one-on-one. Let's do that project. Like we have a few projects coming up for her TV thing she's doing. So that so the fashion is there now. It's like I'm not even doing my own clothing line anymore. I'm trying to sell my inventory what I have now, but doing like one-on-one projects. So that's what I'm doing now. And then for the travel agency, it's called Vacances avec moi in French, Vacances avec moi, which means like holiday with me. And what I'm doing there this year, I mean for next year, but we're working for this year, but for next year, we're working on focusing on Africa continent, just doing group trip for Africa, try to expose Africa tourism because once again, my Congo where I'm from, the tourist is really low. Like, there's not much tourism. People who go there because they want to make money, obviously, because it's all the like natural resources is there. So you see Tesla, you see Microsoft going there, but there's not gonna be tourists. There's not gonna be like, zip lining or stuff like that. You can go see the gorillas, the biggest gorillas are there, that's impressive. But I'm trying to still like see how I can expose Congo more to the world with my page with my travel agent. So we're gonna be focusing on a lot of African country next year. So that's how I'm trying to focus on my Instagram now, just exposing Congo and other country. And it's pretty new, so it doesn't have much follower. But yeah, it's called Vacances avec moi.
Perfect. Thank you.
I know
You.
it's a lot, right? It's like
Well,
just
I will
keeping
make
up.
sure that in this description I'll write
Yeah.
information so everybody can access as well.
Thank you.
And to finish our first podcast, I have
Uh-huh.
questions for you. You can answer with a short sentence or with a word.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and very quickly. So, okay, what creativity means for you?
Creativity, what's creativity means for me? It means a lot though. It's mean no, first of all, my dad is an artist. So for me, it means like to create something like, you're not expecting people to even understand, like when you see the beauty in it, you believe in it, um, and you just make it like happen. And that's a creativity. That's called to be an artist, and you might find some people who understand it, but you might find some people who don't, so that's That's kind of where I see creativity, to make something alive that
So
you believe. You
wow.
believe that's, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Wow, that I'm completely agree with you. You're creating someone there at
Thanks.
the moment there.
I know, right?
Second question. What is your current creative expression?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat? You kind of cut up.
What is your current creative expression?
Hmm. You mean like explain to me more? I didn't quite understand
So
all the way that
creativity
question.
it's is give something to life. What at the
Yeah.
moment you are expressing, like what you're creating at the moment.
Well, at the moment, I'm creating baby for sure, but
You see?
but
That could be the answer.
Sorry. Yeah, for now, I'll say the truth, because in my clothing line, I'm not creating anything. I'm not even motivated to create anything. Although, Scorpion, we always have an idea. So I do want to do something like from trash to treasure. And that's one project we have with Friend for my fashion. So to take stuff that people don't care, I think like this is garbage, but to make it really cool and awesome, and then like be like, whoa. So that's what I'm thinking, but it's not happening now. So for now, in this minute, what I'm creating is really baby. So,
Nice. And that's one of the most important things in this moment.
yeah,
So yeah,
for
thank you.
sure, for sure.
And to end, what flow means for you? Flow as the word.
Flow actually means for me to actually go with the flow. Is like waves, like when you surf, you have to work with the waves to like, surf well, or to make like, those surfers, how they make the cool video. So it's all about the wave, or like all about the wind. So for me, flow is like you actually doing whatever you're doing in your life, you do as life, take you, or as the wind push you in the back, and you just walk. That's the flow. Yeah.
Nice. Wow, thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you for your time and
Of
thank you for this
course.
amazing podcast. And I think we
Yeah.
have lots to share, and I'm sure this is not going to be
Yeah.
the last podcast. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for your time. And thank you, everyone, for listening this amazing podcast. All
Thank
right.
you so much for having me. Bye.
See you, Maria. Bye.
Bye. Bye.